Now they can hear you, but they can't see you, Steve. Steve's trying to shout people up before we even fucking switch over. Wow, congratulations, Steve. Congratulations, Captain Observation. Now you're live. Now they can see you.
Now we're live. I thought we were on, man. I thought we were discussing some shit.
We were. I guess I just didn't hit go yet, you know.
Yes. All right. Well, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing, first of all? How are you, Mr. Black Cat White Face, guest face?
What up? Doing good, man. Thanks for having me, Steve. Appreciate it, man.
Did he just call you guest face?
Guest face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Black
okay.
Cat White Face, guest face.
Gas face.
Good times. Sorry, Steve. Steve was trying to give people shout outs, and I just started talking about Scott's guest face.
That's a big guess.
All right. So
It's a terrible fucking name, isn't it? Like awful name. I really need to change it.
No, it's hey man, it's unique. It's cool.
Huh?
It is for real. All right, so we got a lot of people in the chat. I guess we got Dustin Kendall, Screaming Coils, Anthony Adornetto, the real Stevie J, Swamp Squonk Mike, if you could say that like 6 times fast, John Connor, Lady Louisiana, Sick Boy, Z Tick Alone in the Woods, fictitious character, and I believe that's about it.
All the usual suspects.
Yeah. Woo! Shout out for days.
We got a shady character here, Phoenix Vapor. I don't know who that is.
Oh, real funny. Real funny. Go ahead. Keep shouting out the channel name. Do it, Steve.
Why has he got a peacock on his emblem? What's up with that?
A what? A what?
A peacock.
Oh, because I pee pretty colors? I don't know.
Well, I'll remember that.
What's up? What's up, guys? It's been a week, and it's been a few weeks since we've had Scott on here. Huh?
Yeah.
We were just talking...
I'm 2 for 2 on my own channel now. 2 for 2 weeks.
2 weeks in a row you're on your own channel.
Yeah, man. On my own live show, man.
It's amazing.
Yes.
You get
a record.
You get an A for effort. Congratulations. So
you know you got an awesome channel when you don't even have to show up.
Yeah.
It shit just keeps going.
What does that make me and what does that make me and Bill? If we're, you know,
I guess you guys would be considered friends, I guess.
Oh, they're okay. Aw. Shucks.
What an emotional moment here.
More along the lines, due to his age, we're babysitters.
Babysitters are friends. I'm glad to have you here, you know?
That reminds me, man, when I was a little kid, my mom would get us, not a little kid, when I was like 14, my mom would still get me a babysitter because she was afraid me and my brother would kill each other while she was gone. So I had a babysitter who was only 2 years older than me, and she was hot. I'm just saying.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
No.
So,
right?
That's like, I had a female babysitter too, and she was not pretty.
She was not.
Ugly as the wood fence.
All right, so let's talk about some pretty vapes then, Scott. What's new in your vape life? What do you got vaping on tonight?
So I did bring something of something of interest, I guess. I got the dual top side today, so I have this. It's gonna be something I'm gonna review. I never used the single. So I have this one. I'm going to give it a shot. And believe it or not, I have the GOAT on top of it, which I'll be reviewing this week as well. So
how is that?
I like it. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It really, I was expecting, or I was kind of hoping I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But being honest, I like it. It's a great vape. It really is. And I mean, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea for people. I wasn't sold on it at all when I first heard of it. I thought it was. I just didn't think there was a market for it. I thought it would be something that would fail. After using it, I think it's a great product. I think people will really enjoy using it.
Can you show the deck?
Yeah. Well, see, that is basically the deck. The entire deck is that coil insert. So anything you see there is the coil insert, and it comes just like that in the box, already wicked. And that's one of the downsides of it, is I clean everything I get just because I'm kind of a germaphobe. And you can't, I mean, you can unwick it, clean it, re-wick it, and put it on, but I kind of wanted to be more authentic to the user experience, so I didn't do that. And you can't heat your coils in. Now, they're spaced round wire, so you're not going to have any hot spots, more than likely, but it is nice to kind of burn off any of that, whatever could be on there.
So wait, that's the pre-built coils that are included?
Everything. The only thing it is, Steve, is just a flat deck with like the female side of a screw. That's it. You just put the screw in, you screw it on, and then when you're done, you unscrew it, put another one in, and screw it in. They give you two. They give you a 22 gauge round wire wrap, and they give you a 24 gauge round wire wrap. This one I think this is the bigger. This is the 22.
That's I think I'd go with that one.
It's 1.13 ohms.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
So I reviewed that thing too, and we do like a little scoring system, and I gave it 2 separate scores because for me the idea is awesome. The vape was not bad either. I just see a lot more practicality for someone who's a beginner. So I actually gave it a full 5 for someone who's transitioning over. And then, ironically, for people like Scott who are really into building, I thought, oh, well, it's probably about a 3 because the vape's good, but it's not exceptional in my opinion. And you don't get the experience of building, which I know for a lot of builders is something they like out of their RDAs. But when you're looking at it from the standpoint of what it is designed for, it is definitely pretty fucking awesome.
I think I'll tell you, I kind of, and I know exactly what you're saying. And it's like, for me, I look at it as somebody coming from a sub-ohm tank.
Yeah.
Like, what would the experience be versus a sub-ohm tank? And it's night and day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, night and day,
it's
for sure.
It's supposed to, it really is. It's like, I dripped it for a while, and I'm squonking it now. And both experiences, the squonk experience is fantastic because the juice actually comes out over top.
That's good.
Right? Yeah. Got like that yellow jacket type thing where it comes down over it. Yeah.
So wait, were you guys surprised that it came from Grim Green or no?
No. He does a huge variety of things.
No, he's pretty, he's pretty solid. I think he went for something for sales this time rather than, to suit his own taste.
Yeah, well, and it's own boy OC who's a builder, Yeah. So it came from I think they saw I think they identified a need in the market, and I think they got it. Like I said, at first, I didn't think it was going to be anything special at all. I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I was going to use it a couple times and bash the hell out of it, but I mean, literally, I really enjoyed it. And I watched your review. I know you're talking about.
What's up?
I wasn't even calling it an RDA. I was calling it an RWA. It's not a rebuildable atomizer. It's a rewickable atomizer, though.
Yeah. See, and I called it an RCA, an recoilable atomizer. And somebody else in a comment on my review called it something else, and I forgot. They hit it pretty much on the head. Yeah, that thing is really interesting, and I guess they are going to release things that'll thread in where it'll actually post that thread in, which is really cool because it can grow with the user, right? And I know when I first switched to rebuildables, it took me, ironically, because I was a customer for Phoenix a long time. They were trying to kind of get me to, because I was always complaining about the sub-ohm tanks and the coil life out of them, and I just didn't want to rebuild. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then one day, one of the guys here finally said, just vape this and tell me you don't want to try to rebuild. And so I vaped it, and I was like, it can taste like that? you know?
Right.
And it was life-changing. And here we are today. So... yeah.
Do you know what cotton they use in it, Eric?
I do believe they use. Oh man, I knew this.
It's like a microfiber, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah. Someone. Oh my gosh! I looked this up when I was researching it, and I had figured it out. We all know the wire is anarchist.
Doesn't it wick great?
It does wick pretty good. Yeah.
I was blown away with how well the cotton wicks, man. It's like I need to find out what that is so I can get some.
How long does it last? How long does the coils last?
I've had it, Steve. I've had it since Thursday. Wednesday. I started it Wednesday. Haven't changed anything on it. If you look at it, and I use pretty good juice. Like, I'm not gunking my coils up, but I mean that wick looks. I mean, it's nice and clear still. Won't focus, of course, but trust me, it's nice and clear. Like, no, nothing on it yet.
And
It's actually good.
I used it for about a week before I moved on to the next one, and it was fine then. I definitely could have used it a few more days.
What sucks about that is if you were to leave it sit for a couple of days and like you were to go back to it, it would probably be donezo. You'd probably be game over, huh? Because then you'd have to put whole new coil in, right?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Unless you could re-wick.
When you leave a RDA sitting for even a week, you go back, try to hit that shit, it pops and shit, and then it's like, no, you can't vape me.
That's smart too. Right, because you get bacteria and shit growing on it.
Doesn't work.
Got like a civilization of bacteria.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Steve.
What's up with that top side? Because I mean, I never really tried the first one. Is it bigger? Is that the dual too?
This is the
dual.
dual.
Look at you! I got the regular and the dual. Okay.
So what's weird is the original is actually just, it seems, unless it's just my mind playing tricks on me, it seems just a touch taller. I won't, since Scott brought it up first, I won't do any more than that. I'll let him talk about the dual, but I just wanted to show the kind of size.
I just got it, man. I just got it today, Eric. I didn't have the first one. I have a couple single 18650 and 21700 squonkers, so I didn't get the original, but I wanted the dual. I like dual 18650 squonkers. Fits in the hand nice. It's big. Yeah, it's big. I mean, it's going to be big on a dual 18650. It's heavy too, and you knew that. I knew that coming out of the box. I like it so far. The vape's fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything negative about it other than it's a little big. But I mean, it's a dual, so it's going to be big.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't make it a 21700 dual, or it would have been ginormous.
Yeah, I've been a block.
But yeah. I mean, I don't really use anything other than just wattage mode.
Yeah.
I do use some like Joule ratings on the Yeehee chips. Like, I like that vape, but for just a regular one, I mean, it's performing fine. Buttons are clicky, easy to use. I mean, it's definitely a decent device. Had a great deal on them too. My V Pro had them for like 35-40% off right after the new year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know what their prices are now, but yeah.
So wait, the dual's been out that long?
I got mine today, and I ordered it January 1st.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to dual, I don't mind if they're a little bit bigger because I mean, it's going to be that way anyway. So
just a heads up, everybody, fictitious character is talking about porn again in the chat. So
that's awesome.
Oh, show and tell vapes. Love that haze mod that Black Cat Whiteface got. You got a haze mod?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Let's see it.
It's packed away.
Oh.
I can't have anything nice.
Yeah.
Like, I will break anything. Anything. I can't have anything that expensive around me or I'll break it. So
is that the J Haze mod?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one of the stab woods.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful little piece, man. I like it a lot.
My Jenna RDA finally came in.
Yeah. Jenna vapes. Really
I've had mine for a little bit now, not super long. You got one too, Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually was using Charlie's. I don't know if Charlie's in the chat, but I was using his for I did a review on it.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah, and then I got mine the same day I did the review.
Oh, that's
so it worked
cool.
out perfect. I could like vape his and show the new one, and
that is perfect.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. I cannot figure out a good build for that thing.
Really?
So, I can't.
My first build, I was like, damn, the hype is real. Yeah.
I will say this: the airflow is like pretty smooth. Like I like the airflow feeling, but it's like I can't get. I've only really tried 2 builds right now, but I guess I'm gonna have to keep trying. But
so I think for me the key was getting the height on it right, and so I did about 4.5 millimeter leads. I don't know what Scott did. I mean, Scott's the builder here, but
I aligned it with. I went with the post holes or the post grooves.
Yeah,
not the grooves. The grooves in the barrel thing, and you can build hot in that because there's enough airflow in it that you can build pretty hot.
Yeah.
I actually use stainless steel, and I put it down to about. I think I ohmed it out at about 0.22. 27 gauge and 3-core 27 gauge alien, and I thought it was a fantastic vape. You can the thing about it is I think that if you build it like a normal 22 millimeter RDA, and you try to limit the heat, try to tone it down a bit, I think it takes away from the experience of it. I think you can really crank it up. And you can use stainless steel. I don't know if I'd go Nichrome 90 on it, but you could go stainless steel on it and have a really enjoyable vape.
Yeah.
It doesn't get hot, and it does not get hot, man.
No, mine doesn't.
At all.
Nope.
And I agree. I thought the airflow is really, really nice. I had a really, I'll tell you though, I didn't really have it at first. The first couple days I used it, I was like, it's nice. But then I went in, I readjusted the coil, and I raised it a little bit, and I had a much better experience after that. So.
See, I think that's where mine suffers. I think because I put it really low, and then I seen like the more wattage I put through it, it helped a little bit.
Yeah,
but that's not my style of vaping. So that's like I start to do that, and I get the flavor that I would get normally out of a 32.9 watts or 32.5 is usually what I go at. So I'd bump it up to about 40, 45, and I'd be getting better flavor. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to raise it in pumps because it has airflow. Even with the single-sided airflow, it has airflow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't see really that much of a difference between single-sided and dual-sided. I mean, there was a little bit, but unless I have that piece in wrong, I mean.
Were you vaping Canthal?
I vape Nichrome 80.
Nichrome 80.
That's
usually my standard.
Maybe try. I don't know if you have any stainless coils or stainless wire laying around, but if that isn't working, that might be another thing to try. Is switch to stainless. Because I'll have some RDAs like Scott's kind of talking about, and when it comes to building, I won't pretend to be a professional. I know how to get coils in. I can wrap my own coils if I have wire, but I kind of just fuck with it until I get a vape that I like. But I have noticed that with some RDAs, stainless works a lot better for me, and with other same exact everything except for the wire type, and with others it'll be nichrome. I don't know, so maybe that this one I think I do have a I can't remember what I have in there right now. It's the same coil that I put in my review of it, but yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I got some stainless steel coils that are exactly the same as the Nichrome I use, same type of build. So I'll try to give that a shot and raise it up a little bit. I just worried about hitting that Ultim.
That's that's the dangerous dance you do with it because you don't want to be sucking down that Ultim, man.
So I mean, you take one dry hit and that thing's too close to the Ultim. Game over, buddy boy.
Yeah. It's I think it delivered though. I'm really happy with it. I think it's you guys would know better than I do because you handle more of the that quality of RDAs and higher end stuff. But for me, I just think it was a good value. I found value in it at the price point, and that's like really important for me. It's like that kind of the reviews I try to do is like, this is how much it costs. Is it worth this amount of money? So I'm kind of a frugal guy myself, and like that, I thought it was worth the money.
Well, I thought it was at a good price. I thought it was like $90 or something. I mean,
$90, yeah. And then if you buy the beauty ring, it's 15 more.
See, because like I thought the 502 was wow, back scratching, huh?
I do have back scratch all the time.
Oh no, it's stuck. Oh yeah, but I don't know. I thought the 502 was kind of. I mean, they're both really good quality, but maybe because the 502 is a little bit bigger, I think the quality I thought was just a little bit better. But just the machining and stuff. But I mean, the Jenna is very good, very very nicely machined. I will give them that. all the parts are nice. All the O-rings and all that stuff are very nice. And I don't find to have a hard time getting that Ultim piece in. So I feel like that wasn't, I mean, I felt like that was actually pretty cool too. Like, I want to like it. I want to be able to find a build that I can put in it that I like, because the 502 review, I said I didn't like it. So I don't want to put out another review that says they're going to think I'm like hating on them. But if I don't like it, I'm going to have to say I don't like it.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's always a tough one when you're reviewing another reviewer's product is if you don't like it, then what? And because you got to be honest. So I just try to put it gracefully when if I don't. I think there's been let's see. So the Hermetic I didn't dislike, but I wasn't a giant fan of it either. It wasn't bad. I don't know. It just, my frustration from that is I had to try 7 or 8 builds before I found one that got close to the kind of vape that I like, and so that one was a little tough for me. But I can't really think of a reviewer's product that I absolutely hated yet. There have been a few that I wasn't in love with, but I didn't hate them, and I could see where someone would like it. I did want to say, Bill, your internet is fine tonight, and this is the first time I think you've ever been quiet.
Yep, no Robo Bill either, and yep. I mean, look, I picked up the FP RTA, and I don't really think I liked it, but I mean, that's a reviewer's product, so I don't know.
That's true.
But that the one you just said by what is it, the
Hermetic?
Yeah, he based that off, like, I feel like he based it off the Ghoul RDA. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
And I actually did like the Ghoul RDA, and it was pretty decent. I thought it was a pretty decent one, but I don't know if I'd like his. I haven't tried that other one, so.
So something funny that happened to me regarding this RDA, the Wicked, which I know Steve got one. We posted our reviews on the same night, actually.
I seen yours, yeah.
I seen yours too. So, my whole review, like, I always try to do like these running jokes in my review. I'll do an intro, and then I'll have other jokes throughout the review that go back to the intro. And the whole joke on this one had to do with the fact that at the time I didn't know who actually put it out. There was like this mysterious thing. It was a panda bear. And then immediately after I get done and I'm going to post my review places, I see that he announced that it was him. And I'm like, what? You just killed my entire joke. It's too late now. But I felt better because someone commented that they thought since me and Steve did the first 2 reviews on it that he probably came out because now there was reviews coming out on it.
Well, actually, I had talked to the guy that gave me mine that I bought it from, and I kept asking him who made it, and I was going to do something like you and say that kind of stuff, like, I don't know who made this, but you can find it, whatever. Yeah. But I just stuck to that because it's like I knew right when I was getting ready to edit and stuff, I found out who kind of made it, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll just put a link in the description, and that's how I just settled that.
It was the guy from, it was Divine Mods?
I think so.
Yeah, RJ?
They sent me the names. He sent me the names of the people, and I read it over, but yeah, why was it such a big secret? Do you know?
So I can speculate. Go ahead, Bill, but Bill probably knows better than I do on that because he's got more history in the high end world. You know, I'm still kind of a noob, relatively.
I think they kept it secret just to build hype. One of those things where it's one of those things where people were asking around, who did this, who did this, who did this, but at the same time, subliminally, it was keeping that atomizer on everybody's lips.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a subliminal way of keeping everybody talking about this Addy. Even though between you and I mean, I didn't buy one because I saw the deck and I was like, I already got a day one.
Yeah.
I don't need another. And so I didn't buy one, but I noticed everybody just kept talking about this atomizer. It's like, really? You know, and they built up their hype. They sold a bunch of them. I mean, and I'm pretty sure that as soon as everybody got them, they stopped selling. You know, it's probably boiled down a little bit now.
I think It is like the day one, and I just picked up a day one. It just came in the mail. They are similar, but it's just the fact that you can switch out the airflows to make it different, and they do make a difference. Each airflow is different.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I did mention in my review, Bill, that the deck portion was one of the parts that I graded lower, and I said, it was very similar to the day one. And so there was no real innovation with the deck besides the airflow inserts.
I went to watch your review. I got the first 5 minutes of the review, and the doctor called me in, so I had to stop what I was doing and go help him.
Have you heard of the Wicked Black Cat White Face?
Just tonight.
Yeah?
Just tonight. Yeah, I had not before I came on here. You guys were talking about it.
As far as I know, there's only 500 released in the wild right now, but there's another couple hundred that there's people on list for that'll be out soon, so there'll be a couple hundred more.
Squunk Milk is about to do a list, and who else? Price is Right Group Buys and Waffles is about to do a list, and I think by osmosis, Squunctopus is going to do a group buy with Price is Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep dragging on this product, but I think that this has better quality. I think you weren't in the chat when I said it when we were talking before the show, that I think that this has better quality than the day one as far as machining goes, because I felt like the deck of the day one, looking at it, it looks kind of janky, but I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I had,
I don't know if there's any crossover between Day One and Wicked, because kind of like when Vandy Vape, when Steven Z first started Vandy Vape, when he came over from Vandy Vape, all their products were identical, and the other guys who released the Day One, there might have been some type of crossover there.
That's possible.
I'm doing my Robo Bill doing a Black Cat White Face impersonation.
You like that? Oh, you guys don't watch me. See, if you guys watch me, you know that I always have my back scratcher.
No, I've seen you do it. I watch. Yeah. I don't always get to get on other people's stuff because I'm doing mine, but
I have a stick with a peach pit stuck in it. It's called the Nut Scratcher.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Scratcher. Here we go.
I got 2 nut scratchers. Right here.
The thing is,
so the lady Louisiana asked where to get a Wicked from. So I would join the Wicked Facebook group. They do a decent amount of lists, especially compared to a lot of high-end RDAs. They've done, in the last few weeks, they've done at least 3 lists.
Very quickly, too.
I think Scott is either tomorrow or Wednesday on Squonk America.
Squonk America is doing another one?
It's either tomorrow or Wednesday.
It's funny because I don't know.
Oh, no. Here we
Bill,
go.
come back.
Baby, come back.
Bill.
Oh, there he is. Oh, now it went fast forward real quick. It's fast forwarding him.
I can hear you guys normal.
That is weird. So he's not losing it.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry. So, did you guys see that there's that new House bill that would make basically vaping on the same level as cigarettes when it comes to taxing and regulations, such as I think one of the minor differences is online sales would still be okay, but you couldn't use USPS. You'd have to ship it through private companies.
Wow.
That sucks. That's like the worst.
Yes.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Premium Vape Supply does free shipping through USPS, so that's gonna hurt. And I'm sure it'll hurt you guys over at Phoenix too, right?
It might help. I mean, if it's harder to, we use USPS right now, but I mean, the vape industry has been so tumultuous. I can't say that word, but
Tumultuous.
rough. I can't say tumultuous.
You're getting there.
I got it right. I think I got it. Anyway, I think you talk to any vape shop owner who's had a vape shop for more than just a couple of years, and they'll tell you they've had to adapt a shit ton over the years.
I'd agree with that.
So I'm sure that we'd figure something out. I know we have some sort of relationship with the other shipping companies. Right now, we only use USPS, so we would have to make adjustments. But I mean, they're used to it. I haven't been on this side of things for very long, but I know the guys, and they will adapt. But this is apparently a very similar bill to the one that dickhead, Dick Durbin, was trying to put out, except for there are a few minor differences that are there's more stringent restrictions in some ways and less in others. So we'll see if it goes anywhere. Obviously, Dick Durbin's bill didn't do shit, so I don't know. The thing is, the FDA is about to come out with new regulations, so just let them do their thing. Why the fuck do we need a bill?
Everybody's trying to get paid.
That's what I was going to say.
Somebody is trying to get paid.
Lady Louisiana said in Kansas they're already adding $3.85 per 60 mils of tax.
See, that's going to start making it to where it's like so expensive to vape, man.
Yeah,
and that is absolutely right. And that will kill it.
Because look,
maybe not for us, but that will kill it for people interested in switching.
Yeah,
right. Because one of the major things,
more than anything, price will be the big factor.
I agree, because that was one of the big reasons early on. After my lung collapsed, it was about health. But when I got my very first vape, when I was dual using, before I went to back to cigarettes for a year completely, but I wanted to save money on cigarettes, so I figured if I vape every once in a while instead of cigarettes, I'll save money. I didn't really even know there was health benefits. Well, I shouldn't say benefits, but that it wasn't as risky at the time. I just wanted to save money. So, and then that led to me learning more about vaping. So that is kind of detrimental for sure. Not kind of, very.
Well, you got to think, like, I know where I'm at, they were raising cigarette prices it felt like every other month, man. Like every 3 months, I felt like the cigarette. If they do that to the e-juice, man, it's really going to be to the point where people, why wouldn't they just smoke? You know?
Yeah, that's what I fear. And have you guys noticed something? This is a similar topic, but kind of a change. Have you noticed a lot more Chantix commercials? I mean, you've seen the one with Ray Liotta, which I don't know what Ray Liotta's on, but
I've seen that one, man.
Idiot. But there's there's like two more, and I have seen so many Chantix commercials like in the last probably 3 months. Like I don't know what the hell is going on. If it's weird to me. There's been so many.
I've been hearing on the radio a lot of Juul commercials.
Yeah, me too.
I heard one. Yeah, I did hear a Juul commercial.
I hear them on the radio all the time.
On my way to work, and I hear one every night on my way home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, me too, man. But
that's awesome.
I'm hoping it brings more attention to vaping, but what do you got there?
Well, I was just wondering if you guys had seen this yet. I know Steve will probably end up getting one because he loved the inbox so much, but it's their...
I got that.
You do have it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
It's by Hot Sig or something, right?
No, vapes.
Vape Sig.
Yeah.
Vape Sig, yeah.
It's the DNA 250C?
Yeah. Is it roundish?
Hold up, I'll pull it out. Yeah, it is. It looks a lot like the shape of the boxer.
Like a ginger vapor, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, man. Make sure that mine already has fucking janked up parts on it. So.
What
like
parts?
where the 510 goes in, one of the screws was fucking over threaded, so it just popped out. Now my 510's loose as fuck, and like e-juice leaks everywhere. I swear, I thought that thing was gonna be good, man. That's why I bought it. I thought it was gonna be a nice dual battery squonk, and mine was just garbage. But I like it. I just wish it didn't have flaws. Hopefully yours doesn't have it.
Did you get yours from 3F Vape?
I did.
I was gonna ask how you got it so early because I
pre-ordered it.
Oh yeah, and I got mine from Element Vape.
I like how it looks though, man. I mean, I like it.
I was like, dude, a freaking $95 kit of a DNA 250C. Yeah. Shit. It feels.
I might have just got one bad one, man. You never know.
Well, now that I'm looking at the 510 screws, at least it's not glued down. I hate when it's glued down.
I ended up taking all the screws out to look and see what was wrong because I noticed it was loose. And then I tried screwing it back in and it just kept spinning and spinning and spinning. I was like, dude, what the hell is wrong with this? And I seen there was plastic in the screw. Like they over-threaded it.
Oh, shit. The screw's not plastic, is it? They don't look plastic? Metal. Okay.
No, they probably used a machine to torque them down and just over-torqued it.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed that, I haven't got to play too much with it is it's fine now, but when I first got it, that I've thought, oh shit, how the freak am I going to get this door off? The back door wouldn't come off. But I mean, looking at it, the bottle looks a little cheap, right? But
hey, one thing about that bottle that's cool is they made it so the tube is actually cockeyed to where it actually doesn't bend the tube in a weird way. You see how the tube's not centralized? It's more to the back.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's the one unique part I like about the bottle.
Well, and that's the problem with the Boxers. Like, I had the Boxer DNA 250C. I never even got to do a review on it because a weekend, it wouldn't turn on half the time. I had to, hold in the battery with the door off, turn it on, and then it would work. And then as soon as I turned it off or let the screen time out, it wouldn't turn back on again unless I did that funky shit. And then eventually it stopped turning on. But the other problem with the Boxer I had was I got a full refund. Thankfully, I bought it from Vapor DNA because I've heard horrible customer service stories about Ginger Vapor. But I got a full refund, which was awesome, but yeah, I was pretty disappointed because I actually liked it when when it was working for the first 3 days that I had it. The one thing that I had design-wise issues with was the squonk bottle and the way that it would just pop out every time I'd fill it and put oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. It was so frustrating because this was before. I mean, flasks were out there, but it wasn't super mainstream yet, and I didn't have one, and so I was still pulling the bottle out every time. Fucking frustrating.
Well, I hope you have a better experience with it, man. Like I said, sometimes when they put out mods mass-made, I mean, there's going to be issues with some. So, I mean, it just happens. But, I mean, I liked it because it was a DNA, so you're right. But, my famous, my Niagara mod that I love so much.
Yeah.
Oh, it broke, but,
Whew.
What?
Yeah. What happened to it? It started reading the batteries all weird, and I took it apart to try to fix it, and then, the positive cord or the negative that attaches to the battery door just fell off.
Oh, jeez.
So, game over.
So what is going on, guys? I mean, really, what is going on?
You tell me.
No, I'm getting kind of excited. I think I will be going to. I'm pretty sure that a couple of us from Phoenix will be going to NVE.
Oh,
are you?
Nice.
Any of you going, Steve? That's fairly close to you, Connecticut.
I'm gonna try to go to it. Yeah.
Bill?
Not me. I wish I could.
What about you, Scott?
Did I get disconnected again?
No, you didn't disconnect. We heard you.
I'm not going to go this year. I may go next year. I didn't plan it, and I'm old, man. I'm old, and I got a bunch of kids and grandkids and shit.
You have grandkids?
Anytime I do something, I've got to plan it, and it takes I have to plan to go to the bathroom, Eric. I literally have to like plan that out.
See, that's why I just buy Depends.
Sucks.
I just buy Depends. I just go right here. Well, if it's any consolation, my stepmom was a grandma at 31.
At 31?
Yeah, because so here, this is a complicated long thing.
Biological step or
no. So my dad passed away. My mom was pregnant with me. So my brother's dad was my dad, and I say was, and I mean was, and he cheated on my mom with the babysitter. So sick boy, I totally understand that. And the babysitter, and it's not the same babysitter that was only 2 years older than me. This was when I was like 8 years old or something. And then he ended up marrying the babysitter, and the babysitter was 31 when my son was born. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucked up world. And what's even crazier about his family is his dad. I don't know how to even explain this properly. So, his grandma was way younger than his grandpa, right? When his grandpa died, his grandma married his dad. Does that make any sense? So basically, she married her stepson.
Kentucky?
Massachusetts is where they lived. Yeah.
Sounds like a West Virginia thing, man.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is she was from West Virginia originally, so
that explains everything.
Could be.
Yeah.
Possibility there. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go. Not this year, not NBA this year, but yeah, probably next year, man. I'll probably go next year. I did go to. Have you been to a convention? Have you guys been to some?
I have not. I want to go to one very badly, but I have not been to one.
I went to one, and it's pretty fun. I mean, you don't really do anything. You just kind of walk around a little bit,
buy stuff.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything. I had some guy like try to tell me how to like use an RDA, and it was pretty fun. I was like, oh yeah, how you doing? Okay, cool. You can build your own coils in it. I was like, really? Holy shit! And so that was kind of fun. And then they had like TV over there, and they were like doing a bunch of giveaways, and that was pretty rowdy. That was fun. And then I just saw, I met a lot of people that I had done some shows with, and that was literally the best part, just meeting people that I had seen. But it wasn't very big. I was let down by how big it was. It was in Detroit last year, I guess. And it wasn't very big. And so, like, my wife and I stayed up there for like 3 hours, and we just drove home. It's like, it is what it is. I don't know if I could spend all that money to go to Connecticut. And I heard MVE is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I could drop all that money. You know?
Vegas
I'd rather go to like the Bahamas.
Vegas was really, really big. So Washington, we have one. And that one was pretty small. The only person that I even recognized there was vaping with Ken. I didn't recognize anybody else. Juicy Jones. Juicy Jones is the other one I recognized. But there wasn't, it was pretty small. We'll put it that way. I was like, this is what a vape, because that was the first one I'd ever been to, and so I was like, this is what a vape convention's like. What the fuck? Because back in my music days, I used to get hired to perform at conventions, and I'd see these giant conventions for all sorts of weird shit, and I'm like, I didn't even know this many. The best one was a Playboy convention. That was awesome. But I got to perform at that. Yeah. But it just wasn't very big. So Vegas was like almost like a culture shock for me, because that was humongous.
It looked
my highlight for the Vegas convention was actually getting to hang out with you guys. That was the most fun I had.
Well, the one you're talking about in Connecticut, that's supposed to be like the best one.
That's what they say. That's what I've heard as well.
And that's NVE. Yeah, NVE is Connecticut.
Yeah, if I can make it, I'm going to go.
But I was looking at their website, and I know that the Vegas one, a couple months leading up to it, there wasn't a whole lot in terms of vendors listed for hardware. It looked like it was going to be all juice, but there was a decent amount of hardware. NVE right now, I saw Geek Vape and Aspire and TVL, which TVL, those guys hustle their asses off because they're at every single convention. But I didn't see a whole bunch of hardware yet. But usually the hardware guys don't get in till the last minute. It is the kind of impression I get.
Well, one of the guys from Distro here in Vegas, and they said next year Vegas is going to be even bigger. And because they had so many people show up last year, it's going to be huge.
I noticed on Facebook that's where I seen all the vendors talking about going there, and there are a lot of high-end vendors going to the Vegas one, and that's why I really wanted to go to that one. So I'm hoping that those people, I don't know if they'll make a second trip over here from all those, because most of them were in Europe coming in from over there to here. So I wonder if they'll come again to go to the Connecticut one or not.
There was a lot of high-end hardware at Vegas. It was that's where Bill and I spent a lot of our time, was in the Modders Gallery. It was dope. And that's where I saw most of the other reviewers. That's when I ran into Tony the first time was there. When I ran into Pal 702 the first time was there. Brian, Matt, it was in the Modders Gallery. Yeah.
I was there in spirit.
I laugh at you.
Hey, something funny someone said earlier was fictitious character said that's like Jerry Springer shit.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is. That's story of my life. That's what that's gonna be on my headstone. That's some Jerry Springer shit.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna be.
So next year at Vegas, we're going to drag Steve's ass out here, right?
Yeah.
I'm coming, man. I swear.
I will throw down on a plane ticket if I have to. It doesn't matter. I know you said that was all good. It was more about getting time off work, but if I have to, I will.
I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better preparing next time to where I'll be good to go. I'll be good to come out.
After March, I'm going to start putting money away.
Yeah, I think that's, I don't know, if you look at how much money you spend on vape stuff, it's kind of nuts,
Yeah, I did the math. Recently. I almost wanted to puke. I was like, shit. Just since I started doing reviews, I would have like 12 grand saved.
Hey, it's cheaper than cigarettes though, right?
Not the hobbyist.
Not the hobbyist side. No. Yeah.
I had to stop buying high end stuff. Like I just can't do it anymore, man. I got too much going on.
My lucky mom, she gets all the beginner devices from me for free, so she doesn't have to pay shit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's why I usually trade my mods. I'm not buying any more stuff. I just trade.
I always want to sell my stuff that I have, but it's like I never feel like I'm going to get what it's worth out of it, but I guess that's just the way it goes,
Yeah.
Kind of like trying to sell a used car.
Yep.
All right. Damn, there was something else I wanted to bring up, and I can't fucking remember it right now.
I'm going to scratch my back with this ruler.
Dang, you need a back. I'll send you one, Steve. I have them all over my house. I have like 5 of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to scratch my back with this invisible thing.
Again. It feels so good.
I just realized this looks kind of weird. I'm not even going to say what it looks like, but
someone standing back there? You doing something?
Hey, it's Steve.
It does feel. I'm sorry, man. I had to say it.
No, not you, Steve. The other Steve is behind me.
Oh, the other Steve. Well, I mean, look, man. There's that spot in your back you just can't get. You need something like this.
That's right. You're goddamn right.
It's like, dude, why is my arms not long enough to do this?
Hey, stop. We're gonna get one of these.
Oh, you guys.
There you go. The little hand. Yeah, with the extender. I used to have one of those. Those are great.
I just realized Mitch Green is in the chat. I just want to say what's up to him because I actually got one of his coils inside of this Wicked right here. I don't remember his link. Damn it. But he's got some fire coils. Fire. If you guys need fire coils.
Because I need coils. I'm running low.
Mitch Green. And if you use Phoenix 10, it's Vape Island's distribution, I want to say. Use Phoenix 10, you get 10% off.
So wait, let me ask you guys something completely off topic. I mean, what do you? We've talked about this before, but I mean, what are you guys excited for that's coming out now? Since it is the beginning of the year, and stuff should be pumping out now, right? Because it's relatively ready to go with all the new stuff. So
The Poet.
yes, that's yeah,
What
it's good.
else? I got a Prestige on the way. I'm excited to get that. Scott's like, you fucking high-end douchebags. Hoy,
No,
hoy.
no, I'm not thinking that at all. I don't know what any of those are.
That's what I mean.
Either
Is
they're high end or not.
I could see it in your eyes that you're like, what is he talking about?
Prestige. That sounds nice.
What are we talking about?
Prestige sounds nice. Yeah,
That sounds
it does.
yeah. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, something that yeah.
Steve, I was excited to get this. I was excited to get the dual top side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, that's,
Yeah,
it
I really
looks-
was. I was like, look, I was really looking forward to it. My buddy
Me
got
too.
it on Saturday and like sent me a picture. I'm like, oh shit! So I like came home real quick, look at my mail, it wasn't there, and I got it today. I was super pumped. I don't really have, I want to find out what builders are putting RDAs out, and then that's pretty much what I look forward to.
Yeah,
Just see what my buddies, guys I talk to every day are putting out, and it's like, check out what they did. And that's pretty much it.
Jay Hayes
Hey,
is putting out his
not-
RTA. I'm kind of excited for that. I was hearing that
Sure.
there's like a switch. Someone was saying that you flip a switch and it turns into an RDA or something like that, or some crazy shit.
it's a
That's
robot.
awesome. Yeah, I'll tell you. If anybody's gonna figure it out, it'll be him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Look, I review a lot of high end stuff, but I still try to look for low end stuff
Me
or
too.
just mainstream stuff to pick up and try.
Hell
And
yeah.
I watch all channels, and I just feel like if you're excited about anything that'll get you to stop smoking, that's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Or as a hobbyist, if you're excited for something that you want really bad, and even if it only costs $30, that's still a good bit of money, though. If you think about it, to some people, that's any price for any RDA is just it's money, So
Yeah, I would love to buy the high end stuff. I can't right now. That doesn't mean one day I won't be able to, because I love looking for it and shopping for it, and I mean,
Yeah.
I think, quite frankly, I think there's value in them. Some, not all, but
yes,
there's value in them.
agree.
If they'll resell for more than you bought it for, then there's
Some
value.
will. Yes, and
You
actually,
know?
they'll keep their relative value longer.
Absolutely.
Maybe
A
not.
30
No,
like
go ahead.
a $30 RDA is not going to keep its value.
No,
You're done with it. You're going to set it to the side and not use it.
sure.
A $90 RDA very well could be worth $180 in 2 years. Or,
Well,
Yeah.
especially
and
when
hold
they
it
only
back.
make so many of them too, And
Absolutely.
everybody's looking for them,
Absolutely.
and it's like hard to get. But I would agree with that.
I don't think anybody stays truly like low numbers anymore, because as soon as they see them start selling, they start building more to make more money.
Yeah.
So it's not more about exclusivity. They sell these addies, like the Monarchy started like that, and it was really expensive,
Yeah.
and it was low numbers, and then all of a sudden they started building more because they were selling.
Yeah.
I think though, I've noticed now on Facebook, just from being there in different groups, that some of these like smaller businesses or people that are making RDAs, they're trying to put out more instead of making more options for their original RDA. And I think like the Karma is kind of one of those, because then they came out with the Day One, and I feel like they're one of the companies that'll probably keep trying to put out new stuff more
Yeah.
often. I mean, I could be wrong, but
No,
feel
I
like
agree.
that's something that you're going to see more. So
Well, I talked to Michael Pham at the Vegas Expo, and one of the things he told me was that he wanted high end to be more accessible, and to me that would mean making more stuff.
sure.
For sure.
And then it wouldn't be high end anymore.
Well, what
Well,
I guess everybody has a different definition of high end. To me, is like really high quality products or material is used. The machining quality is exceptional. See, it's kind of crazy because I'll get a low end RDA and I'll be like, oh, not low end, but mass market, and I'll be like, wow, this machining is really good. But when you actually compare it to something like a Wicked, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I do see
Yeah.
the differences here. But when I do reviews, I try I try to keep things within their lane. Like I'm not going to compare the machining on a $100 RDA to a $30 RDA. That's not right.
Yeah, you're not going to compare a Monarchy to a Pulse.
Right.
You know, it's not, makes no sense. It's
Agreed.
like trying to compare a Ferrari to a VW Bug.
Right.
I think you have to hold it against its peers.
Right.
Absolutely. The stupid analogy I always say, you're not going to hold a high school athlete versus a pro athlete.
No, that's a great analogy.
You know what I mean? You're not going to say, well, that guy's not as good. Well, yeah, not as good. Of course he's not. He's not a pro. So if you're looking at a $130 RDA or $130 RTA, then you really can't put it against a $29 one. I mean, that's not fair. That's not fair to either one, really.
Yep.
Yeah, we were just talking about that at my vape shop on Saturday. I was standing there vaping on this, which is the Kronig box, and there was a guy, and he had the pulse regulated, and he's like, well, I got a Squonk too, and I'm like, totally different, dude, totally different, trust me. You know, and he's like, well, what's the difference? I'm like, too many to mention, I'm really not going to go into it. And he was trying to, like, goad me into this argument. I'm like, I was like, dude, just go online, start researching, and you'll figure it out later on.
Yeah.
I think you can hide stuff with sandblasting, though, because some of these companies are coming out with these, it might be an $80 RDA, but you look at the deck, you don't know if it looks like shit underneath. They could have done no good machining because it's sandblasted.
Yeah, oh, go ahead, Scott.
No, I was going to say, just because it has the price tag, like anything else. Just because it has a price tag and a fancy logo and good advertising doesn't mean it's worth it at all. And I think that's what you guys, that's a service, that you guys provide to the community, is that you guys look at these things, understand them, and say, hey, there's, this is not worth what the price tag is, man. It saves people a lot of freaking money.
That's true.
I will say is when you're dishing money out of your own pocket for that kind of stuff, you're usually going to buy stuff that you think you're going to like anyway, just by looking at it. I haven't bought, there's some high-end RDAs that I'll see that I'm like, I know I won't like that. I don't want to waste my money on it. So that's the kind of tricky part. I have been let down. Unfortunately, the last time, let's see. Well, like there was like no, I technically got that for review, so it doesn't matter. But the Flav Evo was good, but I didn't think it was great. And that's a high-end RDA. And if I'm paying that much money, I want it to be great, not just good. But it was good enough that I think that someone who's got a slightly different vaping style than I do probably would think it's great. So
the Flav Evo means if you build it really low ohms. I'm 0.12 on this, and it sings. But when I had a 0.25 ohm coil in there, it sucked.
That's actually what, well, I was running a 0.23. That's usually where I run my builds. So that could be a good reason why. I really like the 1S actually. So, but the last high end that I didn't, the Citadel, which I know Bill loves too, so that's kind of funny. I thought it was good, but not great, which is like a 4 out of 5 for me. Is like a good, but not great. And 3 is like average, not worth dissing, but not something I'd suggest someone go buy necessarily. And then the Hadley, I think, was the last one that I really did not like at all. I did not, and I'm weird like that. But I also wasn't a huge fan of the Dead Rabbit, and everybody loved the Dead Rabbit. I know that's not high end, but
Rabbit.
Yeah,
hate it. I mean, honestly, like this one, I have the Day One, and I liked it. I really did. I enjoyed it. But when I went to Dylan and I got the slam cap for it, I really like it now because it compressed that deck so much it bumped the flavor right up.
Maybe I need to get the slam cap. I like it because I'm kind of similar.
Hey, vaping is sorry.
I'll do this time, Eric. You send me your address in PM. I'll send you my black slam cap. I have a black and I have a black and gold, the Damastic. So it looks like Damastic, but it's just plastic. I'll send you my black one. I don't use it. It sits on my desk.
Hell yeah. I'd appreciate that.
I feel like vaping just makes my knuckles dry.
Hey, don't they have a special kind of lotion or something that helps with that?
There's some lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check with Rick Troopers on that one.
The thing is,
Fucking guy.
the thing is, I heard the lotion shipment didn't make it because when they went to load the truck, they realized it was full of dildos. So,
Hey, at least it probably hit hard though.
yeah, it hit hard.
But I hate to say this, but but I'll give you my honest opinion on that. Don't we all want to get to a point where we can just like come on our channel and just be like, hey, what's up?
Yep.
This is the best.
Let me tell you
Goodbye.
about this water is fantastic. Let me
Yep.
tell you about this water, and like you're advertising for water now.
Yeah.
Like, don't we want to get to that point where they're like water companies or lotion companies are paying us like $10,000? Like, say how great it is.
Yeah,
I would sell everything.
I've been accidentally in an email chain that, and I don't even know how because I only have like, let's see, gas mods. He told somebody no, but he was asked to review it and they wanted to give him $1,000 and he gave he wanted that kind of money.
Who is that?
Rip Trippers.
Oh,
No.
Rip gets paid more than that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is they were offering him $1,000 because the China companies, they will just forward the emails to the next reviewer and forget to delete the previous threads. And yeah, he wants cake like what I make in a couple.
He has
months.
9 million subs. So I mean, or 1 million subs, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fuck.
That's up there with the big boys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the real big YouTubers are huge, but a million's no joke.
It isn't, especially for doing vape reviews, man. It's hard to get that many. I mean,
I'd like to see how much money they pay PewDiePie to do a fucking review.
Yeah. Look, I just hit 800 subscribers, and I thought that was amazing. So
yeah,
It
it is honestly because to even get traction in this community is hard.
Yes.
Like anybody doing a YouTube channel, it's something we talked about, and you can ask the guys with like just starting out, 200 or 300. It is hard. It is hard to get traction. It really
I got 100. I think I got 120.
Well,
no, it's hard. But once you start getting traction and meeting people, then you get like a real steady. You kind of get steady out, but it's hard.
Well, because you got to figure out how you're going to do your videos different from the next guy to make yourself interesting enough to not want to watch King Rip Trippers.
Well, I've noticed it's weird because I've gone through a couple different with our channel, and we are at the end of one wave where I started December with under 400, and now we're at 717 or something like that. And it was like, where did that? How? I wish I could explain to you why. Right? It took from August to December 1st to get not even 400, and then we've almost doubled it in the next month.
They queue you different. The YouTube queues you different, and that's what it is. Is they start putting your videos up top.
Oh.
And I don't know what the algorithm is, but you'll notice it overnight. And when they do, you'll start getting a lot more views. You'll start getting more views on even old videos. You'll start getting views on, and you'll start seeing it grow.
So
I've been in the same. Like mine is stagnant. I mean, I get decent growth, but it's like it's not. It's hard, man.
What I bring up is
It's hard to pick up people.
For as small as my channel is, I have a video that has 20,000 views now.
Yeah,
so if half those people would just subscribe to my channel, I'd be happy with that, man. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, last week I had 4,000 unique viewers, but yet my channel has 700 subscribers. I had 4,000 unique. That means they could have gone to 10 videos for all. But and then you get to go look at your analytics, and something like almost 80% of people who watch the videos aren't subscribed, and I'm like,
yeah. That's where I get mine. Mine are like, I have really good. I'm a closer. Like everybody who watches my channel usually subscribes, and that's where I get. And I have long retention, and that's what moves mine up. And I was talking to somebody that the other day. Is my views aren't that high, but my retention is really, really high.
Which is what they care about more.
I do live shows, and I keep people engaged in the show, and it pushes my videos up. I guess I don't have the algorithm. I don't know how it works. I have no idea how it works. I'm assuming that number plays a part in it somehow.
Yeah, no, they care about view length more because that's
what I was told.
They can have ads every 5 minutes. They can, yeah, on the replay, and views is secondary, and then so it goes view length, then view. Well, they kind of combine it all. So like obviously, if somebody has 20,000 views, but I only have 100 and mine has longer view length, that ain't gonna do much. But if I have a respectable view count, 1,000 compared to their 20,000, but I have double the view time, they'll put mine ahead of theirs, if that makes any sense. Sorry, I used to do this for politics, and so I had to try to learn the shit, but you don't totally understand it. You could just kind of see some things that make sense.
Yeah. I mean, I know that I don't have anything close. I don't think I have anything close to 20,000 views. I don't think.
I don't know how I got it, man.
I would be very surprised if I did. But I do a lot of videos though, Steve.
Yeah.
I do about 6 a week. So I just keep pumping out content, trying to keep it growing.
So that's what you have to do that, man. I mean, you have to always put videos out, and that's something that I'm not the best at doing. I try to put 2 videos out a week because the stuff I'm putting out's like expensive. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm paying for it. So it's like I got to kind of push back. As much as I want to do a video almost every day, I would like to do a video, but there's no way I could feasibly pay for it. It's just not possible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's where I'm lucky is we have 3 guys, and kind of our goal is for me to do 3 videos and for them to each do 1 or 2. And so that helps because if 3 compared to 5 is a big difference, right? So
yes.
Oh
yeah. Anyway, it's 7:08.
There's a big difference between live shows and pre-recorded. A pre-recorded video is hours.
Right.
Editing, getting it ready.
Sure.
For the live show, like I do 1 live show a day, and it's a lot easier, man. I mean, it's time, and and you have to get up for it, and it's not easy, but it's a lot easier than sitting there having to record and edit and do all that. My God,
for me, it's about 60 to 90 minutes for every 5 minutes of video time. It's about 60 to 90 minutes in production and editing. Sucks.
Crazy.
Plus, with my knuckles being so dry, I can't type on my keyboard.
Yeah.
So it's like editing's so hard,
Yeah.
No, but editing does suck. Editing it's hard. It takes time, and you got to get everything. You don't want to put a video out that looks like garbage,
You know what else takes time? Unloading a truck full of dildos.
Yeah.
Yes, that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the hit, man. The
Yeah.
hit's where it gets you.
Yeah. I know. I've been there. All right. Fictitious says it's 9:08. Sick Boy says it's 10:08. I disagree with both of them. It is 7:09 now. So
10:09.
7:09.
Yep. What time is it where you're at, Scott?
It is 10:09.
Oh.
I'm normally in bed about probably about an hour ago.
Oh. You are a grandpa.
Fucking A.
Fucking A.
I love to sleep.
Go to bed
Fantastic.
right after Jeopardy.
I'm going to compliment you. Well, Bill doesn't either. You guys, you don't look old enough to be grandpas. I don't think Bill is yet. Are you a grandpa, Bill? No.
No, sir.
You got kids old enough to have kids, though, right? Technically.
Yeah, both my boys are 22.
I'm a great grandpa.
Phoenix, I can tell that you were in politics because you are a fucking liar. And obviously, because I look very old, and I certainly look old enough to have grandkids. And
I'm 30, and I would have guessed. I'm almost 31. I'm 31 in this month, 29th. Happy birthday to me. But I would have guessed. I would have guessed like 43.
45.
See, I guess you're just a young grandpa then.
Young grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good at fucking in this family.
Hey, Black Cat.
Hope you were looking to get this video monetized.
Black Cat doesn't have kids. He has litters.
Right.
Yeah.
So West Virginia, I grew up real close to there.
You know what would help with that? A truck full of dildos.
Truck full.
Yeah.
That would help.
That helps a family that likes to get it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry.
there looking at the ages here. I didn't realize fictitious character was up in my range. I'll be 49 in August.
Dang.
49.
49.
I didn't know FC was that old.
I didn't know FC was that old either. He's my age. I didn't know that.
I mean, that's not old in my view, but I got a 90-year-old grandma who still cleans the house, and
I've never actually seen fictitious character's face, so I can't say that I can guess.
He's not real. He's fictitious.
Yes,
so
that's what
you won't.
If I had to guess on that yellow smiley face, I wouldn't really know what age I would guess, but
I heard he invented that yellow smiley face, and he's getting rich off of Walmart. That's what I heard. I don't know.
he's just like a tycoon,
He's a tycoon.
a smiley face tycoon,
Baron.
a baron.
Fucking
Yeah.
Baron.
Old fart here, said Cosmic.
Cosmic.
Sin said, I am close to Scott's age, and I have a 2-year-old grandson.
Oh, old fart. He's farting dust and pissing rust.
Oh, my gosh. Sick Boy said, still a pup. BCWF. Truck and Vape said it's beer 30.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yep.
There was a beer in West Virginia called something like Beer O'Clock.
Beer o'clock.
It was pretty gross.
Dustin Kendo said LOL with 2 extra L's. There's that. Anyway, all right. It sounds like we're just kind of lagging on now. Plus, it's 7:13.
I think we can call it here. I think
At
Good show,
7:13.
guys.
Thanks. Good show, Scott.
Yeah, enjoyed it, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Fun.
So
Thanks
it's
for
nice to have you, man.
for those of you who aren't already subscribed to Mr. Black Cat Whiteface, you'll see this little thing. I have one under me too, and we all do. But it has his little YouTube, like it looks like that, and you go to his little YouTube there, and you can see him having his litters of cats, of little cats,
Live fucking on that channel.
live all day, man. He gets at it.
All
Yeah.
day.
He's actually 17, but he fucks so much that he looks 45. Anyway, sorry, Steve. Your channel's like
Yeah,
They're gonna-
demonetized for
yeah.
sure, bro.
Hey, man.
Sorry.
I never expect to be monetized.
me
So
neither.
Me
game
neither,
over
man.
for me.
Me neither.
Bill's over here. He's like, yes. Scott makes me feel young on this show. All right, Scott, you want to do a sign off? That was your sign off, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
You want to pass it?
No, thanks for having me, guys. Great time, man. You guys are great.
Whenever you want.
I come on here and learn something from the youngsters. And,
Yeah.
You know, and I love it. So thank you.
Bill's like, you called me a youngster.
No, Bill's youngster. He looks a lot younger than I do.
Who are you passing it
good
to?
genes.
Go to the guy
Good
who's.
genes, and I don't stress yet.
We'll go to the youngest. How about Bill signs off next?
How about a channel? Cooper's Vaping View. Thank you again, Scott, for being on. Always awesome to have you on. And thank you, Eric and Mr. Steve, the 2 most awesome co-hosts the guy could ask for.
Oh,
Oh,
Mike,
you can go, Eric. I'm always last.
you can go, Steve.
uh,
It's 7:15, so you're later than me, so you should go now so you can get off earlier. Wait, what? I don't get off on video.
bedtime.
We've already talked too much about fucking.
babysitter booking behind him and tell him to go to bed.
All right. Well, you know what? I do want to thank you guys for being here, Mr. Black Cat Whiteface. It was nice having you.
Thank you.
Mr. William, it was nice having you as well, as always. And Eric, it was nice having you too. But yes, everybody, thank you for being here in the chat. And check out my channel at Mountaineer Vapes at YouTube. And yeah, never really did get my Instagram thing going, but you know, it'll happen eventually, I guess.
Hey,
So yeah, go ahead, Eric.
hey. Yeah. So Mailman Vapes 2. You're more than welcome to come on next week. We all kind of book people. I'm not just booking people for Steve's show, by the way. It is a group thing. It is on his channel. I don't know. didn't see the whole convo, but if fictitious vouches for you, then I'm good with that. So anyway, there's a YouTube link below me. Like I said, everybody else has one too. Go subscribe to everybody working their asses off to not get monetized and to not make and to not make enough money to buy a truck full of dildos. And we pay a lot of, like you just heard, I spent like $12,000 in like 5.5 months trying to grow this shit and put videos out for people to see what's going on. And I might even get an autographed
Babe Ruth card?
No, an autographed back scratcher from Scott to give away on the channel soon. We might try that.
With my DNA all over.
Yeah.
Used, huh?
We're gonna have Black Cat. We're gonna have Scott on, and we're gonna have a fictitious character at the same time.
That'd be great.
We'll call it the Senior Report.
Yeah. I'd love to do a show with fictitious characters.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
It'd be cool to have him on.
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
That was a slight slide there. I was trying to get him to come on.
All right, it's 7:17, ladies and gents, so we're about to get the hell out of here.
10:17.
7:17.